Barn hack, we are literally going to create a little ice pack for a horse's hoof. What you will need is a washcloth, a old dish towel, and then some plastic wrap. With your washcloth, you basically take it and you fold it in half, then you fold it in half again, and then you fold it into a triangle. You're going to completely submerge this in water. It's super easy to put it under a faucet and get it all nice and wet. Wring it out, and then you will wrap this into plastic wrap. Now, if your horse allows you to do this with an ice pack, great. I like to do this for horses that, one, are too green to stand in an ice bucket, or they can be spooky. And then also that horse that absolutely loves destroying everything you own. And when you put an ice pack on it, or you put a nice ice boot on them, they take their other foot and they smash it down and they break the ice pack. With the towel, they can't break it, they can't ruin it. You just freeze them, rewrap them. But you basically wrap it into plastic wrap, and then you will pop this into your freezer and you will freeze it overnight. It's also great when the vet or farrier says, hey, you have a quarter crack up here or an abscess that's coming out of the top of the foot. You can literally take this and get into that area without submerging the horse's foot in water. Next, what you're gonna do is you will take a dish towel and you will fold it like this. So you'll have it as a rectangle, you will fold it like this. This is an old dish towel that I've used multiple times for horses and wrapping their feet. And then basically you just tuck it in and you take it and you roll it over. Once again, you can grab them at a thrift store. It can be an old dish towel, something that the horses can absolutely destroy and you do not care about. So then once it's in there, you'll have your little triangle pointed down. You'll have this part, it'll be nice and frozen, and you'll take it and you will wrap it around their foot and you'll tie it in the back. The other really good part about this is you don't have to completely submerge the horse's foot in water. I have a couple horses in my program that the least amount of water that we can have on the horses, the better their foot condition is for the farrier. So this doesn't make it so we're putting the foot into a bucket of water every single day. I also don't have to go get ice, and it's just super simple. There is an extended version on our YouTube channel, so feel free to check that out. These are my frozen washcloths with plastic wrap around them that we made last night. I'll be able to pop this back into the freezer once I'm done icing the horse as well. But this is how they look the next day. And then let me show you how I put them into a towel to get it onto the horse. All right, so just a regular hand towel, old ones, thrift store, great place to find them. But I don't fold it like a rectangle. What I do is I take this corner and I basically go like that, and it makes the longest possible length of this, and then you lay that down like that, and then your little ice pack goes right into the bottom of it like that, and then all you do is you take it and you roll, and it goes over about 2 times, but then you have the ice pack in the middle, and this is what you're going to put on your horse's foot. And then you wrap this around the back side and you tie it, and then you can just leave it sitting on there. You can even get these wet and actually makes it a little cooler quicker, but it makes it super simple for a horse. All right, so once you have it rolled up, I wetted these down. It just makes it a little bit quicker. You can take it and you put the downward facing triangle part down towards their foot, and then you just bring it around the back side and you just tie it there. And you usually get about 2 little knots in it, and then once those are in, good girl. Once those are in, you just shimmy it down the foot. And depending on how hot it is and where you are, These usually last me 2 to 3 horses. So if I have a couple horses that I need to ice, it does last. Now, same thing. You're gonna have your little triangle pointing down. I chose to wet mine this time. Put it on her foot, wrap it around. This is the second horse that I'm icing with these, so they do form almost a little bit better to their foot and getting more coverage. No, it's not perfect. It's not as great as if you can get a horse to stand in a bucket of ice water, but it is a great solution for getting a horse iced that you might not have time to get a bag of ice. It's easy, it's quick, it's on hand kind of thing. So back here it's tied and then it's wrapped around the foot. Now, once you are completely done and it needs to be refrozen, pull it out of here. And then this little pack, you just put this back in the freezer. And then I just leave these out at the barn and I let them literally air dry so they're ready for the next day. But this just goes back into my freezer and I just can really get it to where I need on the foot. And I would say another really, really big thing is I do have a couple horses that they don't do well when their feet get wet. So it's great not to have to put their foot in an ice bucket every single day. And if it's one of those horses, I don't get this towel wet. I will do them first, and I will try to keep as much moisture out of their feet as possible. So there's just a lot of great uses for it and a lot of great rehab therapy kind of therapeutic things that you can do with it as well.